Hi everyone, we're doing the immune class tonight, and our focus is to provide you with education surrounding ways to support your immune system. And then each of these brilliant women will be sharing their own testimonies associated to the products in the immune bundle, products that are known to support the immune system, and then we'll each be sharing our own little tips and tricks of things that we do to support our immune system so that you can pick our brains, and everyone has their own little flavor of things that we do. So you get to hear from each of us. So I will let each person introduce themselves, and we'll start with Sarah Trumpio. Sarah, do you mind introducing yourself?
Hello, everyone. Sarah Trunfio. And I don't know what you want me to say, but
We put you right on the spot, right out of the gate. Go ahead and
yeah,
introduce yourself. Sarah, do you mind just sharing what you do during your daytime hours? And then also I'll share that you are an oil guru. So you're able to share some knowledge tonight.
so my daytime job is that I lead professional development for the Herkimer area, the Herkimer County area. And I love that because I get to teach. And that's one of my favorite things about being, in this business. I get to teach and share some awesome things about essential oils. So yeah.
Cool. Thank you. And Sarah has two kids, so you're able to add in some flavoring of using oils on children too.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Brittany, do you mind introducing yourself to everyone?
Hi, I'm Brittany. I am a massage therapy instructor by day, and I've been a massage therapist for about 10 years, and I've been involved with doTERRA oils for just over 2 years. So I have a little bit of like that holistic background, and I just love sharing and educating about the oils and just incorporating them into my home life and into my massage practice too.
Cool. Thanks, Britt. Liz, you want to go next?
Sure thing. Hi, everybody. I'm Elizabeth Crawford. I'm in Utica, New York. I'm an essential oil educator, and I'm also an integrative nutrition health coach. I love everything food and nutrition and oil. Happy to share everything with you that I can tonight.
Cool.
Thanks, Karina.
Yeah, thanks, Liz. And Sarah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I am a licensed clinical social worker in Endell, New York. I have been working with doTERRA essential oils a little over 2 years, and I have two kids, and I'm really excited to talk about tonight's products because they're a huge part of just the regular routine in my house. So I'm excited to hear everybody's stories and talk about building immunity. So thanks, Katrina.
Cool. And I'm Katrina Potter, for those of you that haven't met me. And I previously was a pediatric speech language pathologist, shifted careers to do doTERRA full time, and just recently added in an integrative holistic life coach. And I think for me, one of the aspects of this topic that I get so excited about is using the oils on both of my children and seeing drastic shifts in their health as I have implemented these products. So I think the beauty of talking about oils that you can use to support your immune system is there is such a spectrum of use. You can use them in your home, you can use them on your body, you can ingest them, you can use them on your babies, you can use them whatever for your pets. I mean, there's so many different topics that we could go on to or into, but the focus and the intention for tonight is to spend from now until about 9 o'clock on here and provide education and testimonies and feedback. And you're welcome to share comments and questions that you have in the comments section, and we'll go into whatever tangents fit for this topic. So when we're talking about immune health in general, I do have a PowerPoint for those of you that are more of a visual learner. And just to kind of segue into that first, when we talk about immune health, there's so many different areas that we can go into. The topic of immune system is very vast, and there are a lot of different things that go into supporting your immune system. When we're talking about it, they just created the new immune bundles, and there are the immune bundle, and there are 2 other areas which we'll be diving into in the upcoming weeks. So we also have pain and inflammation that's coming, and then mood and mood and stress management also coming in a couple of weeks that we'll be sharing. So the beauty of these topics is they all work in the body cohesively. One thing is supporting another thing is supporting another thing. So while stress management definitely is something that supports the immune system, we're not going to dive into that for tonight's topic, just because you are going to get that in the next couple of weeks. So let me share my screen with everyone so that you can, oops, and of course it's not at the beginning. Okay. So when we're talking about the immune system, one of the things that I think is really valuable to talk about is what are the signals that your body is sharing with you. We often are so fast-paced that we don't stop and pay attention to the signals that our body is giving off. So when we look at the signals, pain, inflammation, chronically having some sort of a sinus issue, or any type of chronic issue is a sign from our body telling us something. When we're looking at immune system, it is impacted globally by our sleep habits, by our diet, our stress levels, our overall spinal health, and our overall hygiene. So all of these areas, like I was mentioning before, play a part. We're not going to dive into stress. We're not going to dive into sleep. We're not going to dive into diet. I mean, we're going to just talk a little bit about different oils and things that you can do. Before going in depth into that, one of the things that I encourage all of you to do is take a look at the pyramid that comes from doTERRA when it comes to lifestyle and healthcare. And the intention of this is to take a second to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. What are your eating habits like? What are your exercise habits like? So 1 being you have some improvement to do, and then 10 being you're really diligent in that area. And score yourself on each of these areas, because sometimes when we have it in our face or we have a quantitative score, we can really see this is an area, you know, when I started doTERRA, I came into it thinking I was pretty healthy. And then I did this scaling system and I found there's actually areas that I can improve my health, where I can take it to the next level. So I would encourage each of you to take a second and put a score for each of these areas and be real with yourself. It's not for any grade or anything. It's just to see, okay, what's the next area or the next aspect of my health that I want to focus on? And when we look at these, all of these areas impact our immune system. So we're going to be talking about oils that will improve your immune system. Absolutely. There are oils that support your body with their antiviral or antibacterial components. Absolutely. But when we look at global health, we're looking at each of these areas. So this is just a really great starting point where you can create the foundation or look into things. And last week, Liz did an awesome presentation where she shared about the Lifelong Vitality supplements. I would say if you're wanting to focus on your immune system, this is a great starting block. The Lifelong Vitality has the key nutrients and vitamins that your body needs. Sorry, my daughter's in the background. Daddy! Each of these areas support the body's immune system. So if you're taking these supplements, you're getting that strong foundation. You're getting the vitamins and the nutrients that your body needs. When I first started using doTERRA, I mentioned I was a pediatric speech pathologist. And in my experience, prior to what I thought was healthy, I was actually, you know, I was working with little kids, a lot of germs, and I was sick pretty consistently. And I started shifting over into these natural alternatives that doTERRA provided provides. And I started to find, wow, I'm actually not getting those consistent colds that I was getting before. And I just noticed that I started to feel better. My response was better to a little bit of a threat. And it just became this gradual shift into confidently able to say, my body is able to respond really consistently to different threats. And I don't find that I struggle with that getting chronically sick anymore. So as we shift into talking about different oils, this is a blend that you've probably heard of. It's called On Guard. And On Guard has it. So when we look at oils, there are single oils, meaning one plant, and then there's blends of oils, meaning there's multiple plants put together. This is a blend specifically designed to support your immune system. It's called the Protective Blend. It has a lot of really strong immune supporting oils in there. And what you can see on the left-hand side of the screen is a Petri dish. And in that Petri dish, there's 4 different types, and it's showing synthetic cleaners, and then also On Guard being on the top left. So you can see where the On Guard cleaner is performing the strongest out of any of the other synthetic cleaners with the threat of germs. And then on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see how On Guard performs with mold. So those are pieces of bread. One is the control, the one on the right, that was put in a sandwich bag with nothing added to the bread. And then in the top of the piece of bread on the left-hand side of the screen, it was On Guard was applied. The bottom, it wasn't applied, and that was put in a sandwich bag also with the intention of growing mold. So when you're looking at adding On Guard into your routine, what I love about this is from an environmental standpoint, it does amazing things. And when you're using the oils in your body, it's helping to support your immune system in the same way. So it's something very counterintuitive to think the same product that you're using to clean your countertops, you can also use in your body and reap those same benefits. Okay, so if we look at On Guard, it's available in multiple different avenues. Certainly as we're coming into the winter months, this is a great product line to be consistently using. And we're going to share each of our testimonies at the end, but for me, using On Guard, it just fits in. I would say I probably use it 10 to 20 times a day, consistently in different areas. So for example, On Guard is infused into the laundry detergent. Well, if you think about when you're out and about, your clothes are clinging to a lot of germs are clinging to your clothes. Well, when you use a traditional synthetic laundry detergent, not only is it full of chemicals, which then bogs down your toxic load, that laundry detergent doesn't have the antiviral, antibacterial component. So by using the On Guard laundry detergent, you're cleaning your clothing. There's also a concentrated cleaner. I love it. This is the one product that we use all throughout the house. I squirt it in the toilet, and I also use it to clean the countertops. It's in the floors. It's just a great all-purpose cleaner that you can use with the On Guard properties in it. They also have On Guard in toothpaste and mouthwash. If you think about your mouth and how much exposure there is to different germs, that's a great way to be not adding toxins into your oral health care routine and also supporting the body while you're doing it. About a year or so ago, they came out with the On Guard sanitizing mist. This is super handy. Keep it in your purse, your diaper bag, in your car. I have one in my cup holder. As soon as I pump gas, I use it there. It's just a nice, quick little routine without the toxic chemicals that are in traditional hand sanitizer. They have the On Guard blend in foaming hand wash. We love that. There's the On Guard beadlets, little tiny beadlets where you can just pop them again, and they're great for in your car or in your purse. So you have a little dose of On Guard, you pop it in your mouth, or you can swallow it, and you're getting that quick little immune boost. There's something called On Guard Plus soft gels. Hands down, absolutely every single home should have these. I fully believe that. On Guard Plus is a soft gel with other antiviral, antibacterial oils in them to help to support your immune system. So this first sign of a threat, or the first time that I'm feeling the slightest tickle in my throat, I'm taking those. We take them sometimes, like during the winter months, we'll take them consistently. And then more so when there's some sort of a threat. They also have On Guard throat drops. Those are great when you need a little extra support with On Guard. So you can see how throughout the day, it very easily can be added in. And that's not including applying On Guard to my children's spine or the bottoms of their feet, adding it to the diffuser, using it on myself or my husband. A tickle in my throat, I'll apply On Guard with some coconut oil to the outside of my throat. So one blend added into all of these different product lines, you end up using it for a lot of different areas. These are just some other oils to keep in mind where you're going to see some additional support with your immune system. So if we're looking at each of these, Copaiba, you've probably heard of, and you can see each of the benefits of these oils. Copaiba, frankincense, and turmeric, those are the three that I really encourage all of us to be consuming on a daily basis. They have them in the Copaiba and turmeric in soft gels. Frankincense is added into the Lifelong Vitality. But these are ones that I keep right next to where I brush my teeth, put a couple of drops under my tongue, or we'll take the soft gel for that daily immune support. Then there's On Guard, which we mentioned, or I already previously talked about, and then grapefruit, which is a great, anything in the citrus family, very strong cleansing properties, just a great thing to diffuse, be taking internally. You've probably heard me share this before, I aim to do about 10 to 20 drops of a citrus in my water throughout the day, just to help reduce toxic load and the benefits of citrus supporting the immune system simultaneously. These are the heavy hitters when it comes to your immune system. So these are the ones, you'll notice it's pretty consistently the green labeled oils, things in more of the the grass and herb family. But these are the ones that have these really strong ability to knock out or work on defense, anything that is threatening the body. Melissa is, you'll notice it's like, I call it the top shelf oil, but it is amazing when you really need something to support the body from a viral standpoint. I'll just share, it's the top shelf oil. And one day I caught my daughter putting it in the vacuum cleaner because she's seen me put oils in the vacuum cleaner to freshen the room. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is a golden vacuum today. But Melissa is just a really great oil to have on hand for any type of antiviral thing that you're needing. And then I wanted to shift over and talk about the immunity kit options, because now that they have these kits, it makes so much sense to add this into your ordering style. So if you currently have your own wholesale account, which the majority of people opt to do that to begin with, when you go into your account, you have the option to do a standard order where you're getting everything at wholesale, or you can do a monthly wellness box option. My suggestion would be to do that option. You get additional points back that you can cash in for free stuff. You get access to free product of the month. There's just a lot of perks that come along with that. Having said that, they also have these kit bundles now. And the way that it works is you choose the program. So if we were to choose immune system, that's what we're talking about tonight. When you choose the immune system, you then get the product that they give you for the first month. There's directions on how to use it. And then, so month one, you get one bundle of things for your immune system. I'll share it in just, actually I'll share it right now. So month 1, this would be the collection that you get. You'll notice you get a little neoprene bag. You get wild orange. I mentioned citrus, super cleansing. Purify is a cleansing blend. So just a great addition to your diffuser. On Guard immune support bundle. There's dental floss with On Guard in it, the foaming hand soap, the sanitizing mist, and then the toothpaste. Month 2, you just keep this in your monthly wellness box or your loyalty rewards order. Month 2, you get a tongue scraper, tea tree or melaleuca. It's the same thing. That was one listed in the heavy hitters. Grapefruit, which was one mentioned in the immune supporting oils. The mouthwash, On Guard Plus, which I mentioned I think every house needs. The On Guard beadlets, and then the sanitizing mist. Then month 3, you get a sanitizing mist little clipper thing. You get the sanitizing wipes, the spray, On Guard Touch roller, so it's already in a roller bottle. You get Breathe, veggie capsules, a little roller of frankincense, Stronger, which is the kids version of the On Guard, and then you get oregano. And then after the 3 months, you can opt to choose a different kit, or you can start back at the beginning because you're going to need month 1 stuff again. So these kits are awesome, and it's just a great way to get additional savings on that. You also have the option to choose 3 things, just like you do on the vitamins or with the Lifelong Vitality Pack. You get to choose 3 things that you want at a discount. So I was mentioning things that I would suggest would be a strong daily habit, using copaiba and turmeric on a daily basis. Amazing for your body, amazing for your central nervous system, overall anti-inflammatory support. It's just, it's just a great oil to take on a daily basis. So you get them at 20% off. So it would make sense to grab the immune kit and then add these on. You'll also notice you get access to Melissa at 20% off, and the new Lalouse diffuser, which I know many of you have been saying positive things about. And then the On Guard beadlets, which I think are great. So when it comes to immune oils, those are the go-to. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and then we can kind of create conversation. I'll check the different comments that we have, and we can have some conversation. So let's go. It looks like if there's just a lot of confirmation on the oils. Let's go around and just share our own daily immune routines that each of us do, so then everyone can kind of see an inside scoop. Anyone have your response ready? Britt? Okay, go ahead, Britt.
So yeah, every product I was getting more excited about what to share, so I'll just like condense it a little bit.
That's okay. We're just great on time. So
okay.
You could share.
So I think the first thing I want to talk about is the laundry detergent, because I was really apprehensive to getting that. And I remember when I first accumulated some points, I was like, I'm going to get the laundry detergent. And it came and it was in the small bottle. And then, so it says to use a tablespoon, but I still used more because I thought I needed more. You don't need more. You just need the tablespoon. It lasts so long. It works really nice. And even my 75-year-old grandmother, who I'm sure we can all attest that our grandmothers are picky when it comes to laundry detergent, loves this laundry detergent. Like, she always will give me like the $30, go get the laundry detergent. It's totally worth it. Love it. So that was just one of my like favorite testimonies, because that was really what turned me on to the other doTERRA On Guard products. I also love to clean my produce with the On Guard concentrate spray. So I make a veggie wash, and I'll usually like fill up my sink and do it that way, or I put it in a big colander or a bowl and then into a colander. And that's the way I just like clean my produce. Everything lasts longer. Plus it's super convenient to be able to just grab and go with the produce.
Can you elaborate just in case someone watching doesn't know what that looks like?
Yeah, so I will clean my sink and then I will put the produce in it. I plug the drain, and I will just put a couple of capfuls of the concentrate cleaner. Usually I just do like hardly 2 full capfuls. Sometimes I'll add a couple drops of lemon too. I let them just sit and then I drain it and rinse everything off, dry it, good to go. But I do always think it's when you do it in a bowl, because sometimes if I'm doing just a few things, I'll do it in like a big stainless steel bowl and you pour the water out and it is like brown. Even with organic, clean looking produce, it's still like this brown, murky water. So I really like to just do that. And then the last thing I'll say that's just coming to my mind is that anytime I'm starting to feel like a little bit sick or my throat hurts or maybe it's allergies or whatever, I will take hot water just like I was going to make tea, but instead I'll do a drop of On Guard in my mug with the hot water, a little local honey if I have that, even some lavender too if it's at night, a drop of each of that. So the On Guard, and it really just like coats your throat. And I don't know, I hate to jinx myself, but since I've been using the products, if I get sick, it is for like a day. And usually if I feel it coming on, I can just nip it in the butt. So I love them. Love them all.
Awesome. On the topic of produce wash, if I don't have the concentrate cleaner, like it kind of was in and out of stock, I'll use the foaming hand wash. I like that too. And it has that same ability to create brown water. It's magic how that happens. But yeah, that's a great point. I didn't even think about sharing it about it as a produce wash. Thanks. That's good. Cool. Who else is ready to go? Liz?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I of course also have like a vegetable washing story. So I usually have 2 glass sprayers on my countertop. One is a multi-purpose like countertop cleaner made with the cleaner concentrate, and then the other is a veggie wash. And it wasn't long before like Tom and I accidentally started using the opposite one to do the other thing. And we eventually just ran out of the vegetable wash and I started using the countertop cleaner on it because I guess I'm lazy. And, and it works really well. I just spray my little apple down and then scrub it a little bit and rinse it clear, and it doesn't have that like sticky film on it anymore. So that's a regular thing for us. In the kitchen, while I'm in there, I use oils in my cooking all the time, which is great because you really should use oils in small amounts frequently versus like, oh no, I'm sick, I'm gonna like drink a whole bottle. This type of medicine doesn't work that way. It's smarter and your body is more able to reap the benefits when you do small amounts over a long time. So over longer times. So I always cook with my oils. Typically I have cilantro and lime for more of like a Mexican flair, which is great because for Christmas we're having cooking culinary oils are coming out in the holiday guide. So look out for those. There's also an Italian one. I don't often cook with like basil and oregano and rosemary, but I probably would if I had them like pre-made up in a little dropper bottle. And I always have lemon. Lemon's like my goo. I'm going on a tangent. Never mind. Don't talk about that. But I will say, I haven't had a traditional cold or a flu. I've only had one flu in my entire life, but I haven't had a traditional cold, winter season cold in 3 years. This winter will be my 4th year, knocking on wood right now. And a couple things go into that. Of course, the On Guard Plus supplement, I use that every day, all winter long. And when the pandemic hit, I just continued through the spring and I haven't stopped. So I always do one On Guard Plus every day. And the plus part of that is Melissa, if you are curious. So Melissa is like that top shelf oil, and you're getting it in that supplement. So it's super strong antiviral, awesome oil. And the other thing that has been life-changing in so many ways is no dairy. So dairy makes me very mucusy. And what was winding up happening is I would get a buildup of postnasal drip, and I would come in contact with somebody who had some sort of germs, and it would just stick, and I'd get sick, cycled over and over and over again all winter long. And it wasn't until I cut dairy out that I found relief, and I've had a really good sick-free streak. So that if you're curious about that and you think that that might be a thing for you, just give it a try. Give it 3 weeks and see if you feel differently, and you'll know if dairy is the trigger for your postnasal drip. Gut health. So I always make sure to eat vegetables that are feeding the healthy microbes in your gut. So that's basically probiotic or prebiotics, or basically like cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cabbage and leafy green veggies. And then also fortifying that with a good probiotic like PB Assist. So yeah, your immune system is built in your gut, so you got to take care of it. And those are the things that I always do on a regular basis. Like those are my lifestyle things. And knock on wood, we're going into winter number 4 of not being sick at all, like literally at all. So tongue scraping also, I just want to put a plug in for tongue scraping too. That gets all the bacteria off your tongue first thing in the morning. And toxins have a tendency to settle on your tongue while you're sleeping. So you want to scrape that stuff off with a good copper tongue scraper. And also that helps to stimulate your GI organs. So, you know, like your gallbladder, your liver, your kidneys, got 2 of them, hopefully. So yeah, you want to just get all those juices flowing, and a good tongue scrape in the morning can help with that.
Perfect. Thank you, Liz. That was good.
Yeah.
There was something that you had just said that for kids too, PB Assist Junior. So that is something for a probiotic for kids. And then you were sharing about the excess mucus, and that sparked a thought too of if you have some sort of whatever cold thing going on and you do have extra mucus, one thing that we do is load up on Terrazyme, which seems a little bit like, what? That's for digestion. But what we have found is us taking Terrazyme helps to break down the mucus. And I've read that across lots of different research pages, but taking Terrazyme. So if you do have occasional mucus that you want to break up, you can use myrrh is also a good oil for that, but Terrazyme helps a ton. Britt, I see you unmuted yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know that just makes me think, because a lot of what I teach and what I'm surrounded by is that traditional Chinese medicine perspective. And they believe that a big problem in our society is excessive phlegm in the body. And when you think of like lymph and blood and our chi, our energy circulating through our body, if it's sticky, and Liz was making such a good point with like that postnasal drip, everything sticking. But phlegm doesn't just like accumulate just in your nose, like it's literally throughout your whole body, and you can feel it or even see it come through your digestive system too when you are not feeling good, or maybe that is your normal. And by breaking up that phlegm, it ultimately just helps everything else circulate through the body better. So just even thinking about dry brushing too, and we've talked about that before, and how beneficial that can be. And just taking like one of those shower brushes that you would use, but you're completely dry while you do it, and you work with the lymphatic system, that will also help to break up that phlegm too. On like, you know, like anything else, you want to keep doing it continuously. You can't expect just one time doing it to end all cure all. But I think trying to break up that phlegm the best that we can is just going to set us up for a healthier immune system too.
And can I just add to that, Brittany, because you taught me this. When you do dry brushing, it's not meant to like scrape the skin off your body. It's meant to be like feather light. I used to be super rough with it, and it's probably doing more harm than good. So yeah, just like a gentle feather light touch to stimulate.
Can we go on a quick tangent on that, Britt? Because I know you have posted about this too with oils that you use when you do dry brush, right? Or Liz, was that you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we both have talked about it, but pink pepper is a really good one, especially just wanting to think of like breast health. And pink pepper is really stimulating. Slim and Sassy is a really good one too. And I usually just like, you can put like a drop on your hand and then just rub it on the bristles kind of, or put a drop like on the brush and rub it. Like you don't need to saturate it. Literally 1 to 2 drops will do you for your whole body. There's tons of good YouTube videos to watch too, to guide you through it the first couple times you try it. And you just want to do it before you hop in the shower. So that way your skin is dry and you're exfoliating too. And you can use the harder knobby side of the shower brush or the dry brush on larger parts of your body. So it's like good for the back of your thighs, but you want to do like the soft bristle brushes on the rest of your body.
Well,
I like basil, actually, which is surprisingly like a cool tingly sensation, almost like peppermint. And also Aroma Touch, which has basil in it, are my two favorites for dry brushing.
what's the
Basil for adrenals,
mm,
for supporting your adrenals. And Aroma Touch is just super stimulating in general. So it's going to stimulate that lymph flow movement.
cool?
Yeah. And I think like noticing too, when you can start to feel those signs of when you're getting sick, like I know for me, I can notice like that my skin will start to get a little bit more dry. Like, I mean, it hasn't happened in a few years, but you can even notice like in your poop, like not to be too graphic, but you can start to tell when things are getting a little more phlegmy, and you want to catch those early signs that your body's telling you, so that way you can catch it with using the On Guard oil or the On Guard Plus, if that, just bulk up on it and everything like that.
I'll say, wait, one last thing, not about dry brushing, but I just keep getting reminded of this. If I do feel like I have like a tickle or like I feel run down, I'll use all the things during the day, but at night I will put the diffuser like inches away from my head with On Guard in it, and I will let it like rain all over my face all night long. And I'm telling you, I wake up like a new person. That's extreme. I don't know if you have to do it like that, but I take all precautions.
Absolutely.
I do that too. It's so funny when it's like, when I know I really am, something's happening, I'll like angle the diffuser to like specifically shower on my sinuses, please.
I am so glad you say that you do that, because I feel a little crazy when I do it, but I know it works. So
No, I do that too.
Good.
Also, I'll just add in that the diffuser is on my nightstand, not my husband's nightstand. Like there's a full level of greed for it to shower on my sinuses.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Tom's sick and he falls asleep before me, I'll do the same thing right up next to his head. Just kidding. I don't do that, but
That's funny.
When I know I'm getting sick too, I'll do oregano on my feet, like, because that stinks. So I don't try to do that often.
Yep.
And then put the socks on, but that works really good.
Yeah. Cool. Sarah, which one of you are ready to share what you guys do?
Hi, go ahead, Sarah.
No, go ahead. You started to talk first.
Well, I'll piggyback on the oregano. I have the oregano roller, and there have been times that when I start to feel sore throat, or I can definitely feel the sinus pressure start to build, just rolling it a bit, and and it smells like oregano. So it's, it's definitely got that potent Italian, food kind of smell to it, but it's really effective, and it's been really helpful. So one of the things that I love about the On Guard products is that when I'm making this transition into natural solutions in my life, I am got two kids. I've got a 1 and a 3-year-old, and so finding ways to do it where it was kind of simple and easy, and it is, because instead of using instead of my kids using the regular hand soap from the grocery store, they're using the foaming hand wash. So they get not only a better product to use, it's cleaning their hands better, but it's also giving them a bit of an immunity boost when they do it. It's the On Guard beadlets are so tiny that my 3-year-old, when I take my vitamins at night, he can sit on the counter and he can swallow one of the beadlets to help boost his immunity. They both love, they call them the smells, with the roller. So having the On Guard to put up both of their spines or on the bottoms of their feet to help boost their immunity. And it's just easy ways of things that I've already been doing. So I think one of the biggest products that we all just love is the toothpaste. I've always struggled with liking the flavors of toothpaste. So first, I like the taste of it and the flavor of it, but my kids are little, so they eat the toothpaste. And so knowing that there's a product that's safer for them, so if they're swallowing it, they're getting a bit of a boost with it, but it's also not going to be harmful to them, because most toothpaste they say right on, they recommend you don't swallow. And so it kind of just gives me that layer of knowing that they're safe and that they're protected. I definitely, in my office, I have a couple of women that are really sensitive to smells, but the On Guard and the Purify and the Wild Orange together, they like the smell of that. They tend to not shy away from that, because it has familiar, comforting smells to all of them that I think that are things that people really have all experienced in one way or another. So I can get away with diffusing that in the office really well. I always have an On Guard sanitizing spray in my purse or on my person, and I pass them around the whole family because they're obviously being used really well right now. So that's just a few things. But I have to say that the On Guard products, and particularly when we're talking about boosting our immunity and being proactive with boosting our immunity, have really been a quick and easy transition of things in my life and in my everyday routine.
Cool. Thank you, Sarah. All right, Sarah. Trumpio.
Okay. So our family uses the On Guard products, and I just absolutely love them. I just wanted to highlight on a few things because, like, when I think about my immunity system, my immune system in general, kind of like you guys are talking about, I don't get sick a ton. And when I do, I break out the oregano, I break out the big guns, and, break out the Melissa, but for the most part, some of the preventative things that I do, I think really help. And so the Lifelong Vitality it's amazing. I am one of those people that I actually got into doTERRA because I didn't want to be one of those people that was like, young and taking all these pills and filling my body with pills. And I take a few pills when it comes to the Lifelong Vitality, but I know what I'm putting in my body. I know it is supporting my body. I know that it's all natural, and it's benefiting me in so many different ways. So it's not the same, but the reason that I didn't like taking pills is because it was hard for me to swallow. And so I think it just tells you a little bit about how much I value them, and the fact that, like, it's really tough for me to swallow them, but I do it every day because I see a difference in how I feel. If I don't take them, I can feel a difference. And so that's one really important thing that I just wanted to highlight because that's essential. I have to have that. The other thing is, our family uses the cleaners. The mouthwash is a favorite. as well as the toothpaste. Although my youngest loves the new toothpaste that just came out. She's a bigger fan of that one. But the sanitizing sprays. So some of the things that I use daily are similar to what you guys were talking about. You know, I always have that sanitizing spray in that cup holder, you know, because those gas pumps freak me out. Who knows who touched those, right? You know, shopping carts, things like that, you know, so I always have it with me. My daughter has one in her backpack. My husband has one in his work bag. We literally have one, you know, in the kitchen. So that's, you know, the sanitizing spray is something that is just an easy thing to keep with you and to use. And, you know, diffusing the On Guard oil. I mean, I have one in the background. Like I have On Guard going in our house all the time because, you know, as you, you know, I work in a school. And so there's, you know, no matter where you work, what you do, you're going out into the community and having to at least get groceries, right? So, you know, when you go out into the community, when you go out and you're in any sort of a community area, you're, you know, bringing those germs home with you. And so I like to, you know, kind of keep, you know, at least every other day, some On Guard going and cleansing the air. And then my water. So what Katrina was saying earlier is, you know, I I have this huge like thing of water that I carry around with me, and I do love the citrus oils, but I've been recently combining the lemon, On Guard, and wild orange, and you know, making sure that I'm, you know, obviously, you know, I only put for this big thing, I only put 1 drop of On Guard. It's powerful. Just as a heads up, because, you know, my mother put in a few in her, you know, little cup of water. So I missed that step, I think, when I was talking to her. So yeah, so, you know, that is something that I do. And then, you know, just little things like you guys were talking about washing, you know, your vegetables. My youngest loves when I, you know, wash our apples and then I put them in On Guard water and, you know, let them sit in the On Guard water. And then she loves the flavor of it, but also she's, you know, I'm helping to kill germs and build her immunity. So, you know, those are some of the things that I really appreciate. And then at night, just like Sarah was saying, you know, we do the On Guard on the bottoms of our feet. Oregano is pretty powerful as far as a smell. So, you know, someone in the house is definitely sick if we're using oregano. So we don't use it very often. But when we do, it's powerful and it's definitely helpful. But for daily use, we do the On Guard. And especially this time of the year, the frankincense and stuff on the spine too. So yeah, that's me. Oh, one more thing is the drops. So if you are traveling, you know, anywhere, I highly suggest that you have the drops with you. You know, if I am, you know, in and out of classrooms or you know, in a school setting like that, you know, I'm using one of those On Guard drops if I can, because I just feel like it's like this force field, you know, of like protection that I'm offering myself. So yeah, that's what I got.
Cool. Thank you, Sarah. A couple of thoughts that came to my mind when you were sharing that. So you were talking about traveling. Some ideas of things for anyone that is traveling is I will use, and they have the On Guard wipes now, which that's brand new. So in the past, yeah, they're right there. Yeah. Which it's brilliant. And I'm so grateful. In the past, what I have done when I didn't have the On Guard wipes is I just have a baby. So baby wipes are always with me, and I'll just take the sanitizing mist, spray it on a baby wipe, and then wipe down like the steering wheel or the tray on the airplane, like use that as my wipe to clean things, and it doesn't have the chemicals. You can get baby wipes that are just the water wipe, or even have like cut up cloths around that. Liz, did you want to share something on that? Oh, I thought your hands. No. Okay. So my hands, I don't know what to do with my hands. So that was a thought that I had around traveling. And then the other two things that came to my mind that we do is I'm very diligent about going proactively to a chiropractor. If our spine is out of alignment, our body can't respond the way that it needs to for its immune support and just all of the organs in general. So my whole family goes to the chiropractor my husband and I go weekly, my daughter goes bi-weekly, and then the baby goes every few months. But that's something that we're very diligent about to keep our body responding well within the environment. And then on the similar frame of mind with spinal health and wellness ideas that we do is we do the Symphony of the Cells, or a modified version of the Symphony of the Cells. And there's an immune protocol. If you're not familiar, anyone that's watching, just comment and we'll share it with you. But it's a layering technique along the spine. So we'll do that certainly when we're sick. Every 3 days, there's a protocol happening on someone's spine. But even just like a massage along the spine when we know that it's a time when it's extra needed. So I thought I just have to share this story. The other day, my mother-in-law was here, and we were going to put oils on her spine. She had asked for it. And I said, Liv, do you want to help? And she immediately ran, grabbed the coconut oil, grabbed a pillow. She's 3, for anyone that doesn't know who Olivia is. She's my daughter. And goes and grabs the pillow, puts it down, and she's like, okay, Mima, you gotta lay down. Like, she was very like, okay, mommy, go get the coconut oil, like, or put the coconut oil on her hand. Like, she just had the whole thing figured out. It just melted my heart, because it's like, it's cool that at 3, that's her wellness routine. That's what she knows. So anyway, Symphony of the Cells is something else that we do for overall immune support. Anything else as we're talking that is in your mind?
I don't know if anybody has done this before, and I'm late to the game, but mixing On Guard and lemon in the diffuser smells so good, and it smells like cranberries. And it's just ironic because somebody wanted a cranberry oil, and then I just came across this on my own regard. But mixing On Guard and lemon in the diffuser to me smells like cranberries, and it's just the perfect fall vibe.
Cool. That just made me think too, another idea that we do is like boil a pot of water and then put some On Guard, the Flume, for those of you, or it would be flute now because they changed Melaleuca to tea tree, but frankincense, lemon, On Guard, oregano, and tea tree. And I boil up a pot of water, take it off the heat, and then just allow the steam vapors with a couple of the drops of each of those oils. And then I put my face near the steam so it can pour into my sinuses. If I really want to go crazy, I'll put a towel over my head so it's all encompassing. It feels like your face is melting off, but those are just intense oils. But that's another way if it's something specific to my sinuses that I want to fight off. Liz, that time I think you have something.
I was giggling and I forgot I was unmuted, but I do have something. I don't know if you can buy the Laluz separately. Can you? Is it the diffuser? Can you buy it on its own right now?
I don't know.
The reason I say it is because I was in the diffuser section of the website maybe today or yesterday, and it's not listed, but you can get it as an add-on to the immunity kit. And I just want to point out the price. It's $37. You can't get a good diffuser for $37, and the Laluz is glass. So
it's beautiful.
I don't have it. I wish I had added it on but I didn't, yeah, it comes with the immunity kit, but not the others, I don't think. Like not the pain one. It just comes with mind and mood. But I'm just bringing it up because it's an incredible deal and it's a beautiful diffuser and just smart to get it. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Well, it is 9:00 and that was our intention to wrap up. So this was perfect timing. We will be doing another call next week. So again, same concept. We're going to do education in the beginning and then the panel. So thank you everyone for jumping on with us live and watching or joining us in the recording. Thanks everyone.
Bye, good night.